Hello everyone, welcome back to Nakma's Tech World. So today we will understand the difference between a static website and the dynamic website. So first of all, the definition of a static website is a static website delivers pre-built files directly from a web server to the user's browser. If we look at this definition carefully, the sentence itself gives us the basic idea, right? First it says pre-built files. Okay, first it says pre-built files. This means the website content is already prepared and stored in files using the required technologies. Then it says directly from a web server to the user's browser. This means that the required files deployed on the web server are delivered to the browser when the user visits the website. Okay, in this whole definition only you will get the answer. Now let's understand how these files are created and how a static website is built. First of all, a client comes to the developer with a requirement. Okay, for example, the client may need a simple informational website with pages like home page, about us, services, and contact us. Okay, so based on these client requirements, the developer creates the website using HTML and CSS. If some interactions are required, then JavaScript can also be added. Okay, here once the website is ready, all the required content is stored in files such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and images and other assets. Okay. Finally, these files are then deployed to a web server. Okay. After the files are created using the required technologies, that files are then deployed to a web server, which hosts the website and makes it available to users. And that is how a basic static website is built. Now let's see a real example. Okay, here I'm going to open the Ayana website. Okay, Ayana is an informational website, so it is a useful example for understanding the concept of a static or informational website. That's why I'm using this as an example. Okay, now as you can see, the home page contains different sections and informational content, right? For example, we have pages such as domains, protocols, numbers, and about. Right now, let me open one of these informational pages. As you can see, the browser displays the content provided by the website. The important point here is that this content is not generated specially for my individual user account. The same informational content is usually available to all users. If you also open this website from your end, you will also see the same content. And this is what the basic idea behind a static website. Okay, you might have a question that can a static website be changed? Yes, absolutely. A static website can be changed. Imagine the client wants to update some text or change a contact details. Okay. Now in a basic static website, the client normally cannot edit that content directly from the browser. Okay. Instead, the client provides the required change to the developer or an authorized website maintainer. Okay. Then after the client requirement, the developer or maintainer updates the relevant website file and then deploys the updated version to the web server. Once the new version is deployed, users visiting the website will see the updated content. One more important point is that a basic static website does not require a database, okay, because the content is already stored in the website files. So that is how a static website is built. Overall, remember this, a static website is equal to pre-built files plus mostly fixed content. Now let's understand what is dynamic website. A dynamic website can generate or retrieve content based on user request and application logic or data stored in a database. Okay, unlike a basic static website, a dynamic website typically includes three main parts, okay, that are front end, back end, and database. Let's understand this one by one. First, we have the front end. The front end is the part of the application that users sees and interact with in the browser. Okay, for example, the buttons, forms, menus, or images, and some product pages and text that we see on the website, all are part of the front end. Okay, and developers build the front end using technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. For more complex applications, they may also use front end frameworks such as React, Angular, or Vue. In simple terms, to understand, front end is what the user sees and interact with. Next, we have the back end. The back end works behind the scenes. Developers can build back end applications using technologies such as Python, Java, PHP. Okay, in simple terms to understand, the backend handles request and performs the application processing behind the scenes. Okay, finally we have the database. The database stores application data and business information. Some common database technologies are MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB and SQL Server. Together, these technologies can be used to build a dynamic web application. To understand this clearly, let's take Amazon as an example. When I log into Amazon website, Amazon can show my profile, right? Shopping cart details and order history details. When another user logs in, they will see their own information, such as their profile and shopping cart history or order history. So here the content displayed can be different for different users based on their account and the data associated with it. And this is one of the key features of a dynamic website. Okay, I know you will have doubt that what about updating the website content in dynamic website. Here, a dynamic website does not automatically mean that every user or client can edit the website. Okay, here also the developer defines who can access the system and what they are allowed to change. For example, a developer can create an admin panel here, okay, where authorized users can log in and manage certain website content such as phone numbers, product prices, or images. Then the client can update the information through the admin panel. Okay, in the backend process the request and stores the updated information in the database. Whenever user visits the website, the application can retrieve the latest information and display it to them. Okay, in simple terms to understand, a dynamic website uses a front end, back end, and database and application logic to manage and displays the changing content. Okay. Before we finish, there is one more important point to understand. A website does not have to be completely static or completely dynamic. Okay, here a single website can have both static pages and dynamic features. Let's see how it's possible. Okay, for example, the about us and services pages may contain mostly fixed information, right, which we discussed in the static website. At the same time, the same website can have dynamic features as well, such as user login, user profiles, or product search, shopping cart details, etc. Okay, so if the client needs a simple website to display company information, then a static approach may be enough. Okay, if the website needs features like user accounts, changing content, or data processing, then a dynamic approach may be a better choice. So everything starts with the client requirements only. Based on those requirements, the developer chooses the right technologies and decides how to build the website. So understand that the website can be built using a static approach, a dynamic approach, or a combination of both. Okay, and that's the basic difference between a static and dynamic website. In the next video, we'll understand what DNS is and how it helps the browser to find the correct server for a website. Until then, keep learning. Have a good day.